Welcome to the Week 11 BONESTORM review. Welcome, Mr. Heath. Thanks for joining
Thank
us
you.
tonight. We know
No
it's a day
problem.
late and a dollar short, but that's on me, not on Mr. Kev. And so I've put up a few of the heroes from last week and maybe some from this week. I see that Jason's running back from Washington had a huge day yesterday, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But let's go see who's last week's winners and losers were and where we stand in the race to the playoffs. The first one is, how do we move this one forward? Okay.
Brother on brother.
There we go. Yes, this would be you versus he set a full lineup. That was nice, Johnny. Hats off. That's pretty good.
Yeah, of course, against me. Springfield United takes me down, does what everybody else has already done. No big surprise there. He improves to 7-4. I fall to 2-9. 131.18 against 83.74. He continues to have wild points from Mahomes, and I have menial production from my what did you call them? The Ratbirds.
The Ratbirds, yes, Lamar Jackson.
Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson.
Although they both had good days for you, you're right. Yeah, they were your shining spot with Lamar. But again, Lamar should have scored more than 17. You were hoping for more than that. Andrews had
hey, this is all the guys you wanted in that trade.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I would have been happy with that. See that you guys I would have had. They were nice scores. Mike Davis with a nice 15. Exactly. Him too. Patrick Mahomes had a much better day with 26. Aaron Jones, 17. 21 for Tyler Lockett and 21 for Darren Waller. Yeah, Johnny just way too much firepower. You couldn't even muster 90 this week. That's a sad start. But
yes,
you know, this is kind of par for the course for you right now. There was not much of a contest there. Let's move on to your better half going up against the Scorched Doubtful. Oh my gosh, was this an exciting one?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Poor Dawn loses brutal. By what 1.4 points. She falls to the Scorched Doubtfuls, who also improved to 7-4. Poor Dawn falls to 3-8. She has had so many chances to take the lead in that division, or at least lock herself into playoffs. She just can't get over the hump. A lot of close games.
Yeah.
She had Watson, who's been stellar the last two. Another guy you tried to get. He's got 37.36 last week. Moore with 23. On the Scorched Doubtfuls, Del Cook continues to produce 27 points. Not bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, so this is the running theme, Shecky, is all the ones I've traded for or tried to trade for. This is going to be good. Way to mine that good territory. So, yeah, thanks for letting everybody in on everything. Thank you. This is how things get out and no one wants to talk to you anymore. This is it. I'm not going to include you in anything anymore. And I can't stop your wife from doing that. So, yes, Deshaun Watson was her jewel, that's for sure. She had a good day from Derrick Henry and DJ Moore as well, but not enough to go up against Mr. Clemens. Again, she was leading the game until the last moments of that Tampa Bay game on Monday night. Now, while I was rooting for Tom to score a little bit more, I didn't need him to throw it to stupid Chris Godwin for that stretch-over touchdown that put Kevin ahead with the go-ahead for the win over Dawn, which helped me because it knocked Mama's score down, so it made sure I was going to win, even though I still might have won, but then pushed him up, so now I'm still sucking his tailpipe going into this next week. So we'll move on to that game later, but sorry, Don, you're still in it again. You're not statistically eliminated, unlike your sack of bones husband. So let's move on.
Who is this? Oh, the Impossibles. Wow. Can't even pull up on Mama. You hand her another loss. It was a close one, 132 to 129. The Impossibles have Kay Allen for 36 and the ever popular on the trade block, Justin Jefferson.
He produces, man. He produces.
Against so she had Kyler Murray again performing well with 24, and Ezekiel Elliott, Mickey Mouse there in his picture, 21.4.
Yeah, Puffy did well with 21. That was very nice. So did Jonathan Taylor with 15. And again, that Rams defense, man, it ended up in 12, but it was a lot higher than that in the game. And Jason and Joe just mocking me relentlessly that night in the text line with the "Mama not making it easy on you, man." I'm like, I'm not even looking. I don't want to look. I don't want to see this. Yeah, my one star for the day was old Keenan Allen and Matt Stafford. Really? You've entered the waiting room, so you've come in twice now. KevinHeath.com has entered twice. Do you know how to work Zoom? Are you trying to come in 2 times?
What? What's going on?
You don't see that? It says Kevin Heath is waiting in the waiting room to admit him, but you're on this one. So did you try to log in twice with some other device?
Not that I know of. Just turn it off.
Okay. Well, I don't know how. It's just staying there. I'm just going to say admit. I hope that doesn't screw you up, but there was no getting rid of it. All right. So yeah.
Okay.
So wait. Oh shoot. Wait. I want to go back. Wait. How do I go back? How do I go back? Damn it. How do I go back on the slides? Back. There we go. Yeah, let's wait for that thing to drop down. Let's look at Matthew Stafford. Projected 22, ends up with 7.62. You sack of crap, Matt Stafford. Why do you screw me relentlessly? I don't start you. You get 31. I start you 7. This is just like Charlie Brown with Lucy in the football. I'm like, okay, this time she's not going to pull it away. Here I come. What? Bam! Right on my butt. Thank goodness I pulled out that game. Let's move on to Greg versus Terry. Another one that was, well, not even close, really, when we look at that. Well, actually, it was pretty close. It was only a couple of points. It wasn't a ton. Can you see that?
Okay, Love Hugs and Ice Cream. Yeah, Love Hugs and Ice Cream, 109. Barely edge out the Gentleman Four Quarterlies. They improved to 6 and 5. Love Hugs and Ice Cream, that is. Gentleman Four Quarterlies fall to 7 and 4. Still a strong, but really low scoring affair for Joseph. He had Kenyon Drake at 16.
No,
and Henry.
Greg, not Joe.
Oh, sorry, Greg. Yes, my bad. Kenyon Drake for 16 and Henry for 14.8. Terry gets 16.5 from Carson Wentz and 16 basically from Michael Evans, and a little production out of Chase Claypool, another 16.
Yep. Those were her three ones. He had Greg benefited from Kenyon Drake as well, and Hunter Henry, and the Eagles defense. So yeah, he pulled it out again. Not a high scoring affair. Certainly, Greg has scored way more than that most weeks, but he upended Terry, which definitely helped me a little bit, and Clemens in our division. But we'll get to that when we get to the standings. Let's move on to the Wild Poopas versus the Meaty Haunches. Another Leighton. They all look the same. This one's Joe, though, not Greg.
That's correct. This one's Joe. Okay, so we've got the Wild Poopers falling again, 112. She falls to 6 and 5, and Meaty Haunches improves to 6 and 5. They were able to manage 164. Top scorers for Joe: Adam Thielen, 34.3, and R. Woods for 32.6. For Cat, she had Cooper Kupp at 27.5 and 24 for Russell Wilson.
Yes, yeah, another one. Again, you look at Cat's score, and besides those two, pretty lackluster day for the rest of her usual studs. I mean, Alvin Kamara only posted 10 points. That's a down day for him for sure. Will Fuller, very quiet with 14, was good. I know he's only projected to get 15, but he normally gets, he can get upwards of 20 and 30 if he gets hot. So that was a tough day for her for sure. Meanwhile, on the other side, Joe brought the wood with his big guns, with Travis Kelce and Robert Woods, Devontae Parker, and Adam Thielen all tipping in for that big score. So nice win over Cat. Cat's in a very tough division, as is Joe. I'm sure it's going to slide in the standings. Let's move to the next one. We have Young Ho Love Mike Chubb versus Daddy. Who's your daddy now?
Well, yes, so we've got Young Ho My Love not able to take down C3 Popo, although he tried. 4 points separating those two teams. Jason, the victor, improves to 7 and 4. Todd falls to 5 and 6. Todd had a really good day from Herbert at 35.75, and T. Hill got him 24.5 just about. For Jason, he had lots of scoring. Topping the heap, though, is Hill for 29 and Adams for 25.5.
Yeah, it really is who you choose. If you look at Todd's bench, he had several players on there who might have pushed him over the top against Dad, but you just never know week to week, as we all know in this game. And it must have hurt Todd that it was all closed on Monday night with Tom Brady and Leonard Fournette teaming up to put down Todd and finish him off with that one. That was a really good one. Now, Todd benefited for something that Clemens called about. Clemens was steaming mad over this one this morning. This was a great curve. I don't know what day I got this call, but he was asking a lot of questions about old Taysom Hill, because if you look at Taysom Hill's points there for Todd, 24 points. He played as a QB that day, even though he was still listed as a tight end. So Todd basically started two QBs. He started Herbert and Taysom Hill, and comes off, how could that even be possible? What's up with that, man? Come on, man. And I was like, I know, dude, but you know what? He's designated as a tight end. So, he was just smart to pick him up.
That's right.
For him. I didn't pay. I was going to bid, but so he was smart to do it. So, but rest assured, he's now designated as a QB, Clemens, so he can't start as a tight end, but he is a QB. So if you play him a QB, he's got to start a QB. So that was a one and done, and it still couldn't help him beat Dad. Dad still had to give him the slap on the buttski and said, sorry, Todd, not today. Let's move to the standings, Mr. Heath.
All right, let's do it. So, Brockway.
Yes.
Brockway, we've got the Scorched Doubtfuls and the Gentleman Four Quarterlies tied at first at 7-4. And then there's you, even though you're last, you're only one game back.
One game back now, baby. I'm
in
coming up.
Ogdenville. One game back. All right, in Ogdenville, we have Love, Hugs, and Ice Cream and Meaty Haunches. They're both tied for first. And Young Ho Love My Chub, only one game back. Ironically, if he could have got another 4 points, he'd be leading his division right now.
Yes,
very possible.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Now he's still in last. North Haverbrook, contrary to what you said earlier, this is not a tough division. It is a tough division to win, but not a tough division.
Exactly.
It's not a tough division to make playoffs. You've got C3 Popo alone out front at 7-4. Followed one game back by Cat, the Wild Coopers at 6-5, and yours truly statistically out of it for a couple weeks now, 2-9. And finally, Springfield, led again all alone out front by the Springfield United. I like to call them the deadbeat dad of the league, but still.
Hey, that check's in the mail.
Rail Bombers could have really locked herself into playoffs, but her son wasn't going to let that happen. She is barely in at 4-7, and one game back is the Malibu Stacy's at 3-8.
Yep, so we got a little separation in Ogdenville, but not much. Again, only one game still separates them all, and only 2-1 this week. So it's, again, it is anybody's division, anybody's race for sure there. Same thing for Springfield. Now, we know Johnny's going to walk away with the title for that one, but it is a race between Dawn and Mama to see who's going to make it into playoffs. We already have the playoffs locked up in North Haverbrook. And again, it's not all the way done in Brockway. They may be ahead by one, but we got 2 more weeks left. So I'm really hoping some people help me and beat my other division mates, because Daddy needs some help. It doesn't matter if I win out. If they win out, I'm out left in the cold. I'm in Joe Biden's dark winter, sucking on the COVID stick. So I don't want that. Let's move on to the pickups. There were a few on the big day. That would be, there was a little bit of bidding on Carlos Hyde. I love Jason with the low ball on every offer. $0 for Carlos Hyde. No, Terry says I'm paying 20. $0 for the Saints. Nope, Scorched Apple gets him for $6. He did get for $2, and I love this. He bid on the Packers for $1 and for $2, which I thought was interesting. So they went for that.
Does he have money problems? Maybe he's got money problems.
I don't know. Then he also got he didn't get Pittman because I outbid him for Pittman, but why isn't he in here? That's weird. I don't know why he didn't show. Oh no, there he is. I bid $25. Jay bid $1. So I could have bid $3 and got that, but I like overpaying for my people that I'm going to get. And the rest of it was kind of forgettable. Let's move to Jeff's favorite slide and his contribution for this season. The final standings projection.
Oh my gosh, we're coming down to the wire on this one. Yeah. All right, let's talk trending up. So this is no surprise. C3 Popo moved 9 spots since draft day. That's called Team Manager of the Year, I'm guessing. The Impossibles still likes you, although not as much as the last time. They got you moving up 6 slots. And then Young Ho Love My Chub, even with some of the his injuries and moves, they like him. He's up 5 spots, trending down. No one. It is statistically impossible for anybody to trend further in any direction And yours truly, number 1 on draft day, last place.
112.
First,
The last.
first to worst. Followed shortly by the Malibu Stacy's, it's slipping 8 points since draft day
That's
and
'cause you
making
got
an
your
appearance, kicking out.
stink all over her. She needs to get away from you. She's
That's
falling
right.
down.
Terry used to have that slot. Now the Braille Bombers slipping from draft day 4 points. You can see down in the trap below, or the graph below, the red ones go in the wrong direction. Green ones go in the right direction. It likes the wild poopers. The interesting thing about theirs is, even though you've moved technically more spots, she started out stronger at 6, where you started off in 11th. She's moved up to 2nd. And Jason starting at 10. Wowzers, goes all the way to 1st. Then it shows you climbing and Young Ho climbing. So
yep. It's
fun little stage here. Yeah, that's cool.
It is a fun thing, and
Again,
it
draft
shows.
day till now.
Yeah, it shows 2 things. It shows, first of all, that I think ESPN is horrible in some of their picks. They're definitely not on the same page as some of the other people, but it's just fun to watch them go up and down as they have all year. There's some people been up, some people been down, so it's been sliding, and now we're pretty much at the end of the road. A few things may shake up. We'll look into the final one when the season ends, but it's always fun to do this, and thank you for adding that one. That made it fun. Let's look forward to week 12, and oh snap, a rematch? What? Krusty and Malibu again?
A rematch.
Back-to-back games?
No, I played John last week.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. So now it is the inter wedding vow bowl, right? It is now Camp Krusty versus Malibu, and she started off
this one's
with a big slap across your butt with 43.
Yeah, already 43 out of the gate. Yeah, that's always fun. She's got 43.12 out of Watson, and tack on another 5 for Matt Prater.
Yeah, but Adrian Peterson,
you gotta like his 17 and a half, I'll take it. But I mean,
exactly,
come on.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, what's really interesting is your man
we'll see what happens.
Lamar got COVID yesterday, and he was not even slated to play. That's why they pushed out first the Ravens from Thursday to Sunday. Now they're pushing it to Tuesday. Those stinking rat birds in the NFL conspiring against my Steelers. So we'll see if your boy Lamar can make the field on that day, or it'll be RG3.
Well, as it is right now, I've already moved Matt Ryan in, because if you see his projected, it says 0.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know if that was based on Sunday or what, but
it probably
I've already got Matt Ryan in.
So we'll see as it gets closer. You'll decide if you can want to chance it on him if he's going to play, because now the game's supposed to be Tuesday, or if you want to keep old Matty Ice in there and for sure get a start out of him and see how he does. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that does.
Yeah, I'm fine with Matt Ryan.
Yeah. All I know is you better start all your guys. I don't want you tanking on your wife just to give her one up on Mama. I see there's no defense. Defense in there.
You must have pulled this page early, because as of right now, I've got a full, and our projected totals, even with Watson, is 140 for me, 149 for Don.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, good.
So it's going to be close. Yep.
Going to be a close one.
Hey, I stick you till the very end.
I know, that's good.
Till the very end.
Let's move on to Clemens versus Todd. Go, Todd! I need you to beat Clemens. I love you, Clemens, but I need a loss here. I got to get in the playoffs. I'm fine if you go, but we got to kick Terry out, or me and Terry. We got to kick Clemens out.
Win.
What's that?
Yeah, this is a wild one, because Young Ho also needs to win. He's in a tight race in his division to make playoffs. He's 1 game back. As of right now, we've got L. Thomas for the Scorched Doubtfuls scoring 13.4, and oddly enough, Todd's already had 3 go. Topping the list, though, the Washington defense at 24, Heath Johnson at 17, and McLaurin with 16.2. As they sit right now on the live page, Young Ho has a slight lead for projections. He's projected to get 162 to Clemens' 151.5.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Again, these are going to be some of the big games going into the next 2 weeks to see, because this is going to affect both people in their division. And boy, Todd taking Washington against the Dallas is his favorite team, and having them beat up on them, that's got to be a double-edged sword, watching them just kill your team on Thanksgiving and watch them get embarrassed like that. But hey, helped your fantasy team, so you got to be happy about that. Let's move on to the Haunches versus the Impossibles. Joe, you are my foe this week, sir. I need to take you down, but you're not helping with the Texans with that damn good 17-point score on their defense. Thanks, Detroit, you suckholes. Move on. Tell me about it. Where's Trina?
Okay, we got the meaty haunches and the impossible. Two teams, both at 6-5, both one game back. Well, from top for his, but this is a must-win for both teams. So this is going to be very interesting. This game here, definitions. Meaty haunches off to a good start with the Houston defense at 17. Matt out of the gate with
Hold on, I'm losing you there, buddy. Hold on, I'm losing my internet connection with you.
At 30.
Okay, I'm connected to that one. Come on now. Okay, it looks like I'm good here. Are you completely frozen, Mr. Heath? Okay, you just moved, but now I can't hear you.
Oh, I see. There it is.
Now you're moving. Now you're back.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, you're good. Okay, continue on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me, dummy? Can you hear me? Hello?
Okay, well, I can.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay,
yes.
Then go on.
Okay, well, I just said it. I'll say it again. The meaty haunches at 6-5, possibles at 6-5. Both these teams need a win. I mentioned this earlier, but let's hope I'm not repeating myself. This matchup has playoff implications. Both teams need a win. Meaty haunches out to a good start with Houston at 17. Matthew, you are out the gate with somebody named Hawkinson, who I've never heard of before. And another player often seen on the trading block parading across the stage for Matt's team, Brandon Cooks, at 13.5.
Hey, you know what? He's a value pick. Thank you very much. Yes, off to a start. We'll see where it goes. I got to beat him. Let's move on to your sister versus Kat. This is a big one, too, because Terry needs to win to hold her position in first. And I'm sure Kat would like to win to get closer or pass her dad.
Okay.
What?
All right, we got the gentleman for Quarterlies in the Wild Pooper. Sorry, I didn't know you moved on to this game already. Okay, the gentleman for Quarterlies at 7-4, the Wild Poopers at 6-5. This is a meaningless game because both the teams are in playoffs. Maybe for first and second it has implications.
No, because if Terry loses the next two games and I win the next two games and Clemens wins the next two games, she could be ended up third.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they were. I apologize. I thought it was Jason.
Worst.
Yes, this one does. But the Wild Poopers are expected to win big, 159 to Terry's 122. Unfortunately, Terry out of the gate not looking great from Jay McKissick. Sorry, points. But Dame 37.1 off to a great start.
Exactly. Now, you were kind of cutting it out there, but I know you said Will Fuller for 37. You're absolutely right. What a huge day he had against a garbage defense of Detroit that barely even showed up. So that should be a good one. Go, Cat, because I'm rooting for you because I need help in my division, as we all know. Let's move on to the Braille Bombers versus the Love Hugs and Ice Cream or Greggy Waggy score. Are you there?
Next game, we've got yes, I'm here. We've got the Braille Bombers going against Love Hugs and Ice Cream. Let's see, Braille Bombers at 4-7. She needs a win. Not getting much out of Jones and Elliott, who both played for a total of 13.7. Going against 6 and 5 love hugs and ice cream, who got just out of one player 27.2. Projection wise, got her projected to get 113 to Greg's 166.6.
Yeah, that was a tough one. She did not do well on the Thanksgiving games. Ezekiel didn't feast as he likes to do all the time. He only got 2.9, whereas Amari caught that nice long touchdown if you were watching it. So he's off to a good start. Obviously, I'm rooting for Mama in this one. Sorry, Greg, but I gotta hope that she can make it into playoffs and continue that streak. Let's move on to Jason versus Johnny and C3 Popo versus Springfield.
Well, C3 Popo and Springfield, 2 teams leading their divisions, 2 teams at 7 and 4. As of right now, though, Jason out the gate with Gibson, 38.5, and a couple more from C. Lamb at 7.5. He's got 46 from 2 players. Johnny, no one playing yet, but as of right now, it likes Jason at 174 to Johnny's 143.
Yeah, out the gate, I mean, Antonio Gibson, I think he had 3 touchdowns against Dallas. So again, same sort of thing. I'm sure Jason was very happy to see his guy go off, but against that Dallas defense, that's got to hurt. Again, an embarrassing loss on Thanksgiving. CeeDee Lamb didn't do much. In fact, he didn't make his 11 projected. Whereas, again, some people get off to a real quick start on that first game, and then you never know how it's going to go. He could fall flat on his face for the rest of it. But right now, it looks like Jason's going to do well. This is going to be a big battle of the Titans, right, between the 2 leaders in their divisions respectively. So this should be a fun one to watch between both teams with some big names. You got Tom Brady going up against Patrick Mahomes. So how fun is that going to be? They're playing against each other and against each other in fantasy. So this is going to be fun to watch live and to watch on our fantasy board. It's going to be a great matchup. Let's see who it comes down to. I think that is the last one. Thank goodness, because my internet is supposedly unstable.
Yep.
Much like my brain is. So we're going to stop sharing here. Now I'm in the dark. I'm going to try to run back into the light to sign off with Mr. Water Heater himself behind there. And heater, looks like you have your water heater and your heater next to each other. And then do you have a beer back there?
Your
or
face
a
and your
red...
voice slowing down quite a bit on my screen.
God damn it. So you have, what are the drinks behind you or next to you on your left? What are they? Now you're just pointing.
There we go. You're back. I like
good.
it.
Sorry. So what are the drinks next to you? You have the red one, and is that a bottle next to you? To your left. Your left.
Oh, yeah, this is a soda can, and this is for my seeds.
Your seeds, because you're now a baseball player with all your stupid seeds?
A bird.
A bird.
A bird.
You're not with those. Not with that waddle. You're more like a turkey ready to be carved up. Now you're frozen. Okay, this internet thing is going to the tank. So for Kevin Heath, this is Matt Dickey signing off.
Your internet sucks.
Take us home if you can. It's like slow motion. You're
hopefully stay connected.
I heard stay classy. That was close enough. Okay, we're dialing this thing down later, folks.